But I want to first talk about like the value of music and like copyright and like generative AI. So like, okay, inherently generative AI is plagiarism, a form of plagiarism.
Yes.
Like you said, like ChatGPT and Udio and Suno and these music generative companies are just training and pulling from all of our shit.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
And creating outputs that are inspired by, algorithmically inspired by that.
Yeah.
And like my thing, and this is really like the dilemma, the ethical dilemma, and like the big question, and what is literally being handled in court right now. As artists, there's a quote by Picasso. It's good artists copy, great artists steal. And, you know, much of being a creative and an artist is stealing, but in a way that like, I think there's a negative connotation to stealing, but like we draw inspiration from the things that we grew up on. You talked about like with your album, like all the alt rock alternative shit you grew up on. You're not stealing consciously, but you're like, oh, this you've learned it and you've got it. And like, you know, there'll be songs I'm doing where like, I'm doing a record for like, you know, like a K-pop record. And it's like, oh, we should put some Tim drums on this or like some Pharrell. And we're like, oh, what would that sound like? And we've downloaded all this information and we're inspired by and creating that kind of sound, right? In theory, what generative AI is doing is that hyper efficiently.
Yes.
And just more and faster. The question is, the ethical dilemma is, why is it more unethical than what we do already, what everybody does already? And this is a question I'm trying to find out.